I keep on doing this. If you don't come here, it will be outside there. Better. अच्छा देखते हैं ना challenge. No, we don't accept the challenge because we cannot challenge. अभी क्या होगा? आ जाएगा नहीं एकदम आ जाएगा बहुत रिस्की है चलो आ जाओ Go to the first one. Yeah. Don't disturb me. Sudra, do your work. Thumbs are okay? अच्छा the last part that we have done children just have a look notebook में क्या लिखा last part corrosion के बारे में we have learned something alloys alloy we have written amalgam also we have written or no amalgam have we mentioned amalgam okay we wrote about brass bronze all that we have written silver gold I think I done that amalgam also just mentioned if there is PSK, yeah, I can see.
What is
Amalgam is if there is any alloy which is made with mercury, so this is a special type of a name which is given. Okay, so just mention it there because they have not given anything more than. They may ask amalgam is an alloy made of dash, then you should remember that it is made of mercury. Yeah. Then the last part of it is we have discussed what are the advantages of making an alloy. Correct? Correct? So what is an alloy? How did we define what is an alloy? An alloy is
non-metal.
yes, an alloy is a substance. It's a homogeneous mixture. Remember, right? Which can be made up of two or more metals, or you can have a metal and a non-metal. Okay. And what is the advantage of making an alloy? By mixing two different type of metals or a metal and a non-metal, you can improve the qualities of the basic metal. For example, stainless steel, we said iron plus carbon plus nickel, etc. Improves the quality, okay, improves the look, it can improve the hardness. Like for example, gold also, we have seen 22 karat gold. Okay, 22 karat gold, we said that it can become harder, okay. So, it can improve hardness, it can improve the quality, whatever it is, for different type of purposes. Next is another thing, if you just go one page behind, corrosion. I told you it is a very important aspect because many of the substances, many of the metals are getting corroded. And when we look at corrosion, there are obviously different ways by which we can actually prevent corrosion, right? And we have seen how different substances change color and also begin to corrode. For example, iron. What happens to iron? It gets rusted. Okay. So when it gets rusted, obviously it loses its strength and anything can fall down, like a bridge can fall down, a building can fall down or whatever it is. What happens to copper? What is the color change?
Patina.
Patina, it becomes greenish. Okay. Why does it become greenish? Because it combines with
water.
What else?
Oxygen.
Carbon dioxide. It forms copper carbonate. Okay, the green color substance is copper carbonate. Copper carbonate, and this is green in color. Okay, so this is patina. Okay, so obviously this is getting corroded. Okay, next we are also talking about silver.
Black.
What is the color?
Black.
Yeah, it becomes black. Okay, it becomes black. Why? Because
Ma'am, copper is sulfide.
silver sulfide. Okay. What happens to silver? What is the color change? It becomes black. Why does it become black?
Oxidation.
Oxidation it combines with sulfur to become silver sulfide. Okay, so this is black in color. You can just say, check and see whether you people have written it correctly or not. There again. If you all understand, make sure that you have written all these things can be asked in your MCQ. That's why I keep on stressing such points again and again. Did you bother to see? 1 week is over. Right? 1 week is over. Did you go through this lesson? At some time or the other. How many of you honestly have gone through this lesson? At least a part of it. Part of it at least. Okay, good. The rest of you? Not did not do? Have done? Part of it at least. Okay, good. Because it has not yet started in your school, is that the reason?
In our school, it's the first chapter is still
Yes, starting in the
next the
second
second chapter
only
is
first and second chapter.
we got to acid. I was.
Okay. Acid base is what is
Acid
studied.
basis, but it's like the first chapter is not touched properly.
Okay, ठीक है. But you have everything in your notebook now. Remember, what do we have to remember? Whatever we have learned here, we are going to keep it to our long-term memory because we are going to use it now for our exams. I'm stressing this. It's not a joke. Have you followed? If you don't revise it, it's lost. Got it? Come to the page before that. I've shown you about thermate reaction. You remember all that?
Yes.
Okay? Right. It's the extraction of metals. I've also told you about aluminium, how it is extracted. You remember that? That's why I keep on using visuals so that you remember. I'm against that 51, 50, 51. That's all about extraction. You remember your activity series? You remember activity series?
Yes,
Yeah, you have to remember that, okay? Yes, whatever it is. Occurrence of metal, properties of ionic compounds. Okay? Now on page number 49. All of you come to page 49. There are a few in-text questions. Dekha? Got it? 49 questions. Write the electron dot structure for sodium, oxygen and magnesium. We have done the first one. Okay? All of them we have not done. I said I'll come back to this. Okay, what is electron dot structure? Valence, only the valence electron we have to show. If there is only one valence electron, show only one dot. If there are two, put two dots or whatever it is. You don't have to show all the electrons. First one we have already done. Show the formation of Na2O in your notebook. Formation of, can you see the green pen?
Yes, ma'am.
I brought two color shades because I wanted to show you the electron dot structure. Na2O. Sometimes the formula is given, sometimes the formula is not given. What is Na2O? Correct. Suppose they have given you sodium oxide and by mistake you have written sodium oxide. Which is the correct one? Is this correct?
No.
Okay. If you have written this, what does it show? That you have taken only one atom of sodium and you have taken one atom of oxygen. But this is not the correct formula. So please learn up your formulas. Now what does it tell us? Two atoms of sodium and one atom of oxygen. Okay? Other, if at all they have given you the formula, so it becomes easy. But if they have not given the formula and if they have given only the name of the compound, then you have to be very careful. Chalo. Sodium. Okay? There is an oxygen. And there is another sodium. Correct? So I am writing sodium. What is the atomic number for sodium? Electronic configuration. How many valence electron? One. So how many dots I have to show here? I have to show only one dot. ये हो गया अपना? ठीक है?
Ma'am, is there like a, can we take it as a slash or anything?
Dot and cross. You can use either dot or cross. Okay. Now what else do we have here? Oxygen. So write down for oxygen. How much is E?
8.
6, 8.
8.
2, 6. Electronic configuration 2, comma 6. Now what do we do? How many dots or how many crosses do we show? We have to show 6. Okay, so that's why I got. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many does it require? 2. It requires 2. So what does this sodium do? Will donate. So this it is going to donate. What does this sodium do? This will also donate. Did you understand? So now what is happening? You're having sodium. You're having another molecule of atom of sodium. Now these are to become ion. Why is it ion? Because it has donated one electron. So it is positive. It has become Na plus. What happens to oxygen here? Oxygen has accepted 2 electrons, right? Okay, so it becomes double negative. This has become positive. This has become positive. Did you understand? Okay, come on, write it down. Show the formation
So now
of.
it's like Na plus and oxygen O minus minus. So it like cancel out.
No, it will not cancel out the charge. These are positive. This is negative.
So it comes
Yes, obviously. So what type of a bond is formed here? Is it a covalent bond or is it an ionic bond?
ionic.
Why ionic? Because ions are formed. Because ions are formed, it forms an ionic bond. Is ionic bond strong?
Yes.
Very strong. Because one is positive, the other one is negative. So very strong electrostatic bond. Okay. So similar to what they have shown for magnesium chloride. Did you see magnesium chloride in your textbook? See how they have shown magnesium chloride? Okay. Same way you are going to write now. Magnesium will be 2 plus. In our case, here what will be? Oxygen is 2 minus and sodium will be 1 plus. Okay. Did you understand? It is Na plus and that's minus. Why did we put a 2 there? Why have we put a 2 there? Because there are 2 atoms which have become 2 ions. What type of ions? Is it positive or negative? Positive ion is called?
Cation.
Cation. Okay. Are you getting confused? How many of you get confused with cations and anions? I can tell you a very simple method to remember.
Cation is the plus sign, that's why.
Remember that? I told you. How will you remember a cation? ये cat है ना? ये cat हो गया? Just for you to remember, that's all. Make something which is funny.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
I said like this. I always say. For my children, I say, yes, this is a cation. How will you remember cat positive? Not cathode. Cation. Cathode is samjha na? So where does cation go? It goes to the cathode. Anion. Samjha?
And the T in cation is like a plus sign.
Whatever it is, children, you remember whatever way you want. Okay, but you should not get confused. Okay? Chalo. Finish? Finish? I've given you one example of magnesium oxide. Have you done magnesium oxide? Look at your books.
We have done it before.
See that?
Yes,
Magnesium oxide is done? Okay. I'm giving you one more example. Similar way.
ma'am.
Let me see how many of you can do this. Is that ammonium? Shall I give you Z? Aluminium?
No, ma'am, we know it.
Okay, very good. Chlorine, you know. Write down EC for both of them. Electronic configuration. Okay. This is the first one, this is the second one. No discussion, I want you to do it on your own. You should know. I've given you, now come on, aluminum is how much? You will know immediately. How much is it? 30, correct. Okay, now I can give you a hint, come on, I've given you a hint, now you are going to do. Yes. 13. And chlorine is 70.
17.
Yes. Anyone who has finished, please put up your hand. Finish the diagram? Very good. Now again write on that. Which has got positive charge, which has got negative charge, all that you write. Wait, why are you looking into his book? I put up information here. Sit here. Sit here. Not this way. ठीक से आराम से देखो. Anyone else? Finish? Which is positive, which is negative? How many we write here? See for the magnesium chloride, how they have done plus charge कितना है? 1, 2 plus charge, minus charge. What is having minus? What is having plus? Write on that. If you want, you can look at your textbook, see for magnesium oxide how they have done. Aluminium, see, you should show only the ones which are outside, no? What did we see for sodium? Only the ones which are outside. No. Don't see now. The final answer is wrong. I think you can put plus here. No. Chlorine takes all the three. Chlorine is already having 7. Because you have taken only one, what happens to these two? एक तो उधर है और ये दो आपस में ठीक. Okay, we got a second correct one. One. Last step is wrong. What is the charge here? Done? Done? Alright, what happened? Correct, come on, you're done it. Final answer. You have shown the transfer, right? Okay. ठीक है, I'll definitely put it up. Almost. Got it? Okay, let me see. Correct. Charge क्या होगा? Okay. अच्छा. All of you look at the board. Okay, stop writing. Stop writing. Listen now very carefully. First thing is we identify by looking at the atomic number which is 13. समझा? तो पहले क्या लिखेंगे हम 2, 8, 3. I have to show only 3 electrons in the outermost orbit. I don't have to show everything there. Correct? So I write aluminium which has got 3 electrons. Right? I can put a cross or I can put a dot. समझा? So that means it wants to give away 3 or does it take? It has to give up. So obviously something has to take 1 or something has to have 7. Now let us see what happens to chlorine. It has got 70. So यहाँ क्या होगा electron configuration 287. Each electron, each atom of chlorine can take up how many more? Only 1. समझा? अभी हम लिखेंगे 1 chlorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 है. It already has 7. How many more can it take? It can take 1. So I'm putting with this. This 1 electron will go here. Yeah. Aluminium still has 2 more electrons. So what will it do? Yes, there is another chlorine. There's another chlorine. It has got, this has got 7. Here also you have got 7. Okay. So now this 1 electron will come here. This 1 electron will come here. You all get this first stage. You cannot have all the 3 electrons coming here, otherwise it cannot be more than 8. 8 is the maximum capacity. It has to attain an octet. Is that okay? How many of you got till this step? This step everybody has got it. You have got it correct. Your answer, final answer is also. Mohammed, did you understand now? A, Raj, did you understand this step? Okay, fine, very good. Now let us look at the charge. अब इस चार्ज देखेंगे aluminium has lost 3 electrons, so it will become plus. So aluminium now has become 3 plus. Or you can also write it down as plus plus plus. This way also you can write. What happens to chlorine? I'll talk about 1 chlorine. Can I put it as 3 minus? No. No, that is the mistake. Okay, so what do we do? Yes. Each chlorine has taken only 1 electron. Each chlorine has taken 1 electron. And how many of this type are there? There are 3 of them. So I put it as 3. Understood? Understood? Is it clear now? Please write it down. Copy down the correct step.
So we can't write Cl minus minus minus, we have written Cl minus.
Each chlorine has got only one, has taken only 1 electron. So it cannot have minus minus.
Because that's like other atoms.
Yeah, there are 3 atoms that you have.
Yes.
All of you have done? Yes. Do you understand? Clear? One last example. Yes.
There is 4, like 2 is 2 and 8 are stored. So we will do it on actions.
That is when we talk about covalent bonds. It will neither accept, it will neither donate. It is called as a covalent bond. Right now we are talking only about ionic bonds. One last example I am giving you. That's the final challenge, and I am going to close this topic. Okay. I think most of the question and answers I have already discussed. Very easy. Everything has to do with the topic itself, right? But one more example for you to understand this. Okay, take down that. Information is already with you. Aluminium, oxygen, even everything. You know oxygen because I've given you earlier, no? Oxide you will not write, you will write oxygen. Oxygen will become oxide. How many chlorides do you have? 1, 2, 3. Look at 3 then. In spite of writing on the board, you don't write it correctly. And then you say, ma'am has told me like this. Nonsense. You also write 3 then, man. 3 here, na? 1, 2, 3. So that is it. Would you show me that aluminium chloride? Previous example. अभी मैंने जो लिखा aluminium chloride का लिखा show no tell me properly show me properly how I done it why you have not written
मेरा हो गया
why you properly know it
I'm done. I'm done.
check your charges charge aluminium you already seen what is the charge if it is donating 3 electrons what will be the charge on aluminium very good
Plus.
very good
Oh shit, sorry.
think I'm done aluminium है you know it is giving out 3 15 हो गया लेकिन oxygen can each oxygen can take only 2 so think of the formula 9th standard go back to 9th standard and think aluminium some charge oxygen some charge we cross multiply याद आ गया how do we write the correct formula by cross multiplying what is the charge on aluminium what is the charge on oxygen अभी देखो we have got a formula Al2O3 कितना aluminium how many aluminiums have we taken 2 how many oxygens have we taken 3 now do so we have got aluminium oxygen अभी करो very good so no not somewhere yeah last one is Chalo. Okay, I'm going to just show you quickly. Can you all see here? Can you all see here? Okay, suppose you forget. 1 minute. Now I'm explaining, pay attention. Suppose you forget what is the formula, think of the balance sheet. Aluminium is what? Aluminium is 3 plus, oxygen is 2 minus, always. So when you cross multiply, this is going to be your formula. The moment you look at the formula, you realize that you have to take 2 of aluminium atoms and there are 3 of oxygen. Right? Same thing, 1, 2, 3, this is 1, 2, 3. For oxygen, there are 6 of them. I am not writing everything here, 6. Each oxygen will require 2. So 1, 2 will go here. This and this will go here. These 2 will go here. So what will be the charge on each aluminium? Each aluminium has lost 3. So it will become Al3 plus. And how many of them are there? 1, 2 are there. So you put this in bracket, we show 2. How many oxygens have we taken? We have taken 3 of them. But can I put it as O3 minus? No. Okay, you look at each oxygen atom, put 2 minus. And then because it has taken 2 electrons, I put it as 2 minus. How many such things do you have? We have got 3 of them. Total 6. Okay, so like this, we put it as Al2O3. Is that okay? Yeah? Rudra got it? Got it? Yes. Okay, fine. Any doubt? But please put a star. Put a star and write, please practice whatever has been given in the book. Okay? You must practice these diagrams. Okay, it may appear very easy when I'm putting it up, but when you are doing it out, there will be some mistakes which are coming. So it's like math practice you have to do. Okay? Come to page 56. Page 56. Come to 56. Okay, boys, I'm waiting for silence. Pay attention now. Okay. Question number 6. Amphoteric oxide. We have already done. Amphoteric oxides are available. I wait for silence and then I talk. Attention here. Not on anything else. Amphoteric oxide, you remember? Oxides of metals which can behave as a acid or a base. Okay, aluminium oxide is one such example, and zinc oxide. I've given everything in detail along with the chemical reactions. Is that okay? So that is amphoteric oxide. Name 2 metals. Question number 7. Name 2 metals which will displace hydrogen from dilute acid and 2 metals which will not. Okay, so for that we have got so many of them. Highly reactive. Go back to the series. All those which are on the top will displace. Those elements which are at the bottom of the series will not. Then, question number 8. Kufran, what's your answer? In the electrolytic refining, question number 8. Read it.
In the electrolytic refining of metal M, what do you take as the anode, the cathode, and electrolyte?
What are we talking about? Electrolytic refining. When do we refine? When we want a metal in the pure state. Okay. Where is the metal form? Is it cathode or anode? Sure?
Yes.
Okay, so the cathode. Always metal is positive. That will go to the negative. Which is the negative ion? It is the cathode. Cation will go to cathode. So obviously it is going to be positive. And whatever it is, whatever question that they have, electrolyte will be the metal salt itself. Okay. Look at the 9th one. They have given a diagram also. There is an experiment. is the answer. Did you understand what the question is? Is there a chemical reaction taking place? I'm asking you, come on. There you go. Did you understand what the question is? Is there a chemical reaction taking place?
Yes.
Between what and what? Sulfur and
Sulfur powder and
Oxide.
sulfur and
oxygen.
oxygen because you are heating it in air. Write down the chemical equation. Sulfur plus oxygen क्या होगा?
Sulfur dioxide.
Correct. So you have got
Sulfur dioxide.
Sulfur dioxide.
yes. Sulfur, oxygen forms sulfur dioxide. Okay. Is this a metal or a non-metal? Children, if you don't study, I'm getting a blank look from all of you. Sulfur is a metal.
Sulfur non-metal.
Non-metal. So it is a non-metal oxide. Metal oxides and non-metal oxides we already discussed. Okay, this is a non-metal oxide. Is it acidic or basic?
Acidic.
Acidic. So this is an acidic oxide because it is a non-metal oxide. Shh. Now the question is, what will be the action of gas on dry litmus paper and moist litmus paper?
Moist atmosphere.
What will be the action? They are asking what? Obviously, dry will not react.
It will not react with moist.
Now it will change to orange.
Litmus paper.
Red.
If it is red, will not show any changes, but if it is blue, it will change to
Very
red.
good. Very good. Why? Because it's an acidic oxide. Acid will change what color?
Red.
Blue
Red.
to red. Come on, write it down. You forget. All of you, please write down. Question number 9. That's why you're sitting very close to the door. Question 9 in your notebook. First, write down the chemical equation. Yeah, what is happening? Yeah. Come on, write down. Chemical reaction, sulfur plus oxygen when it is heated forms sulfur dioxide. Follow?
Yes, madam.
Right? Forms sulfur dioxide. This is an acidic because it is a non-metal oxide. Have you all written those words? Because when you write the answer, this is what we look for. Okay. Next thing you will write is it does not have any action on dry litmus paper because there is no moisture. Make a note of it. There is no action on dry litmus paper. Okay. But if you are using a wet or a moist litmus paper, what color will change to what? Blue will change to red and red will of course not change. So the change in color will be blue, litmus will change to red. Therefore it proves that it is an acidic oxide. How many of you bother to refer to the notebooks when you're reading for your test or exam? You have to because what I'm giving you is a very easy format for you to remember. Okay? And don't study the entire chapter together. It is possible. You have to break it up into small portions. Read 2-3 pages of your textbook. Refer to your notebook, what I have given you, because it's a very easy format. Okay, and then of course you can prepare. Don't prepare it on a whole day, and don't prepare one day before the examination. That's a big no. Follow? By now you should be ready with your acid base. Ready or no? Okay, fine. Come to question number 10, of course, is very easy. Go to 11. What type of oxides are formed when non-metals combine with oxygen? That is exactly what we have done now. Okay. So you can club up question number 9 and question 11. They are very similar. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay. Give reasons. Kaushik? 12A.
Platinum, gold, and platinum, gold, and silver are used to make now because they are ductile.
Ductile. The words that I'm looking for. Ductile and sonorous. Why sonorous? Do not corrode easily. What else?
Non-reactive with others.
Lustrous. Very good. Because I have that shine.
Non-reactive.
Non-reactive. Okay, write down everybody. These are the words that I look for. Shh.
But we don't need to write about the ductility.
Of course. Because you wires. What are the words?
Ductile malleability.
He is repeating the answer. Everyone pay attention. Raj, come on.
Lustrous, ductile, variable, non-reactive.
Chalo, देखो. Those are the 4 words, 5 words that I look for.
Non-reactive and non-corrosive.
One of them. Hands are paining. Already. Ah. Must teach you some exercises now. How to strengthen the muscles of your fingers and arms. Finish? Okay. What about 12B?
Then because they are highly reactive.
1 minute. Somebody from this side. Why is it stored at a kerosene? Yeah. The rest of you pay attention.
Sodium, potassium, and
You have only one.
yeah,
Sorry?
sodium, potassium, and lithium are stored in blood because are highly reactive. And if they are stored in like air, there is big